You are listening to 2Blue and OSU, the ultimate sports podcast for your entertainment.
The Cavaliers are done. I don't care what Morgan says today. The series is over. Call it a sweep. It is done in Cleveland. Thank you, Golden State, for bouncing back. Welcome, everybody, to 2Blue and OSU, the ultimate sports podcast for your entertainment. I'm Zach. I am joined with the terrible Buckeye, Morgan Garber, and the true blue Michigan man, Ryan Bogrowski. What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? I'm getting sick of that intro.
It's yours for life.
It gets better every week.
As long as we're here together, you will be the terrible Buckeye. And just enjoy my background.
All right, well, we'll see in November. But anyways, I'm doing all right. I'm trying to figure out if I need to be glass half full or glass half empty regarding the Cavs.
It's empty. It's full empty. You're done.
There's not a drop left in that glass.
In the word of Vince Carter, it's over. It's over. Ryan, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Just had a busy week. We're starting to get some bad storms down here and everything too. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad down here. They're talking about tropical storm coming from the Gulf across and possible evacuation. So hopefully we're good.
We got a great show for you guys today. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL and something that came out of there. We mentioned it a couple weeks ago. We'll touch on the NBA Finals and the NHL Stanley Cup Finals briefly. And then we have the Ole Miss self-imposed sanctions that came out about 2 weeks ago and the Baylor Bears news that we're going to talk about. We'll close with our studs and duds and maybe trivia if there's time. We're doing something new here again at 2Blue and OSU. We'll start right off.
Keep you guys on your toes.
Oh, yeah.
Change things up every once in a while.
Like every week, apparently. But we'll start off with the NFL concussions. Cover-up, I guess it is. Morgan, why don't you tell us about what's going on with that?
Yeah, there is a 91-page report that just came out a few weeks ago, pretty much saying that the NFL tried to cover up some results from tests in regards to the concussions and brain damage and CTE in the NFL. I guess what happened was they donated a whole bunch of money to the National Institute of Health to help with the research. And once they realized that it was going to be detrimental to their image, they kind of pulled the money out of it and done what they can to kind of cover it up. So if this is true from the NFL, this is garbage. I'm not a fan of this. I'm actually curious to see what you guys think about it.
If it's true, if there's a cover-up, did it say which commissioner it was under? Was it under Goodell or was it under the previous commissioner before Goodell?
I'm looking up right now. I want to say it was under Goodell. Let me look that up real quick. See who's under.
If it's under Goodell, Goodell needs to go. With everything that's happened under the Goodell era, Goodell needs to go. This is getting ridiculous. I don't care how good for business he is for the owners. He has destroyed the NFL reputation in his tenure. And it's time for the $30 million a year man to take a walk. Get the hell out of the NFL. I already hate him.
It's bad publicity after bad publicity with him. I mean, every time he's on TV or in the news, it's always negative things about the NFL, and it's definitely not good for. It may be good and bring money in to the owners, but from a fan point, I mean, it's not good for the game at all.
Either way,
yeah, I don't think it matters which commission was under. It's still the NFL. I mean, it has to be more than just the commissioner knowing about this. I mean, the owners had to have some input because the commissioner works for the owners. So the owners had to have some knowledge about this also. So, I mean, it can't just be just a commish. It has to do with the commish, the owners, and probably a lot more people that's involved in the NFL.
This whole concussion thing is a nightmare for the NFL, and I hope it doesn't lead to drastic changes in the game. We've already seen a few that I don't really agree with, but we'll see what comes out of this. It obviously is it's a terrible cover-up, and somebody in the NFL needs to be held accountable. And my opinion is it's Roger Goodell. Get him out. Done with that guy. Let's go ahead and shift our focus now to the Stanley Cup Finals and our very own Ryan Pogrowski. Let's get tabs on that.
Yeah, it's it hasn't been the finals that I thought it would be so far. I mean, scoring has been tight, but as we predict on here, it never goes the way we predict at all. Zach picked Penguins, obviously. I thought the Sharks would have a better chance in Game 1, but they didn't. They took Game 1, seemed no problem at all. They took Game 2. Rookie Connor Sheary scored with 2:35 left in overtime, and won the game. This is his first NHL playoffs, so I mean that's a huge mark in his career to give them a 2-0 win, and that's huge in this series as well. Not only just because it's the finals, just to get a 2-game lead over San Jose, but then San Jose came back in Game 3 and won it in overtime. Jonas Donskoy scored his first playoff goal. He's a rookie, and they took Game 3. So, I think San Jose could be on a comeback. I'm not really sure. They've looked sloppy so far. What they did in Game 3 was they had to shut down the Penguins' big guys, Kessel, Crosby, all those guys, and so I mean it could be a turning point if they can figure out how to keep Kessel shut down, Crosby shut down, Malkin, all the Kunitz, everybody that we named last week. So don't need to get into all the points again, but I think San Jose is going to get another win here next game and make this thing interesting.
I picked the Pittsburgh Penguins in 5. It was 2-1 in the third period last night, and I was looking pretty good. I'm sticking with it. Penguins in 5. They'll get 2 wins in a row. Series over.
I still think Penguins are going to take it, but I think in 6.
No, 5. My predictions will be spot on. For once, I need one to get right. In the NBA Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, Morgan. Oh, your boys. What happened, bro?
If you just look at a stat sheet without even looking at the freaking score, you look at a stat sheet, see, you hold Curry and Thompson to 20 points, and your big three have pretty decent games. Irving was the leading scorer. LeBron James came one assist shy of a triple-double, and Kevin Love had a double-double. You say, well, they had to win by at least 10 because that's what you want to do is you want to stop them. Nope. 6 players off the bench scored in double figures for the Warriors. Sean Livingston had a career high 20 point or a career playoff high 20 points. Barbosa went 5 for 5 from the field. I don't know. You can look at glass half full. Okay, the bench isn't always going to do that. Your defense obviously worked on Curry and Thompson. Glass half empty. Shit, you shut down Curry and Thompson and you still lose a freaking game. So glass half full, glass half empty. I don't know. Game 2 is tonight. We have to win. LeBron James has won 9 games in a row in the playoffs from losing the first game. They'll come out tonight, hopefully win Game 2. Keep the same game plan. The only thing I would change is you have to get the rebounds of Curry and Thompson's shots. There were too many times the Warriors got second chance points off of one of their misses. When one of those guys miss, you have to get the rebound. And you have to push. You have to push the tempo. So Game 2 tonight. Let's go, Cavs.
You are listening to 2BlueandOSU.
Ole Miss gave themselves self-imposed sanctions for 28 rules violations in football, women's basketball, and track and field. 16 of those violations are major level 1 violations. Football accounted for 13 and 8 level 1s. And
9.
It was a 9?
9.
9, my bad. And their self-imposed sanctions for football were 11 scholarships over 4 years. And
that is ridiculous.
That is it.
Stupid.
Okay. And first of all, these violations don't even include the recent Tunzel Instagram posts of the text between him and the coach and cash payments for his mom's utilities and his rent. You're talking about less than 3 scholarships per year for a team that oversigns anyways. And look, I know for 4 years.
First off, are you surprised? Look at the rise of Ole Miss. Look how they went from being a Mark W on a calendar to all of a sudden competing in the SEC.
When I saw that recruiting class, my immediate thought was it was Laquan Treadwell, Tunzel, Kimdichie, all in the same class. I think they finished second at Rivals that year. And my first thought was there's something going on because this is a high school football coach and Hugh Freeze who just took over, and he's getting top recruiting classes right off the bat. Unless he's got it figured out, something's going on. And sure enough, we're seeing now there was stuff going on. Over $1,200 on 12 occasions were given for free family lodging in Oxford. This is cash payments we're talking about for lodging in Oxford. And now we're hearing he got his rent paid by the football program. His mom's rent and utilities are paid by the football program. I want to give this in context for you guys real quick, and why I think they need to have a 2-year bowl ban minimum and 25 scholarships over the next 4 years. Okay, are you ready? OSU 1-year bowl ban for players getting cash payments in exchange for jerseys and Buckeye memorabilia.
For their own stuff.
For their own
own gear.
Forfeiture of $340,000 for the university for the athletic program, and a loss of 9 scholarships over 3 years, 3 per year. So that's a program whose people were doing their own thing, selling their own things, and that was theirs. 1-year bowl ban, $340K, and 9 scholarships. USC, Reggie Bush and O.J. Mayo had improper benefits from an agent. Punishment, 2-year bowl ban, vacated 2 wins from the 2005 season, vacated a 2004 national championship, and 30 scholarships over 3 years, 10 per year. So that's an agent giving a player improper benefits and players getting cash and tattoos for their own stuff. This is coaches giving a player and his
that wasn't through the school.
No.
And this is directly from the school. And they're are they less harsh on them because they're self-imposed sanctions? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. There's no standard set across the board for if you break 9 level 1 violations. 9 of the 13 were under this head coach alone.
Yeah. We're talking about the coaching staff, not a booster, not an agent, and not getting money for your own stuff or your own autograph. The coaching staff giving players, and he's not the only. I guarantee Tunzel is not the only one. I guarantee Kandichi, Treadwell got a little something extra in that pocket. The coaching staff giving cash payments to players. This has to be a 2-year bowl ban or bust. And Hugh Freeze needs to go.
And it's not even just one sport. Women's baseball and track and field. Or softball, whatever, and track and field. So it's not even limited to just the football program. The whole school, all the sports programs are violating, and they're getting these limited sanctions and restrictions on it. It doesn't make any sense.
And you can check out the actual tweets. Just Google Tunzel's Instagram, and the first thing that pops up on images are the texts between him and a coach talking about money payments. So if you want to check them out, go ahead. I'm not going to read them off here. Morgan, what do you think is minimum that should happen to this program?
Hugh Freeze has to go. They had to have 2 to 3 year bowl ban. They had 4 level 1, 2 level 2, and 3 level 3s. And I feel like this is all being just swept under the rug thanks to Baylor. Nobody's even talking about this Ole Miss stuff now. It's just completely garbage. And being a Buckeye fan, seeing what we had to go through, especially a year where we could have played for a national championship in Urban Meyer's first year, and we come away with nothing. This really aggravates me because the NCAA, again, sitting on this SEC team just going to just let it go, let it go right underneath the rug because it's the SEC team. Something more has to be done. 11 scholarships over 4 years is not.
It's
It
a
just doesn't
joke.
do it.
It's a joke. I saw those seven play sanctions. My first thought is, this is ridiculous. This is the softest punishment you can give yourself. What?
I thought it was a joke. I'm like, come on, really? Yep, 11 scholarships. Really? How many scholarships do they get a freaking year? And you're going to take away, what, average of 3 to 4 per freaking year?
Well, Ole Miss
Really,
usually
they still got 20 more.
well, they usually sign about 30 anyways.
Yeah.
They are horrible oversigners every year. That's a different topic. That's a different topic for a different day. But
yeah, so let's be honest. Are them losing 3 to 4 per year going to do anything to them? I mean, let's be honest.
no,
Hell no.
it's got to be 10. It's got to be USC 10 per year.
Yeah.
You set the precedent. This is worse than the USC scandal, which was one player and an agent, not coaching staff. Ryan, what do you think should happen?
The whole coaching staff needs to go. I mean, to save the face of the university, the whole coaching staff just needs to go. And 10 scholarships a year, and I mean 2 to 3 year bowl ban minimum. I mean, like you said, this is a lot worse than the USC and the Ohio State situation. And you know, the NCAA came down on them a lot harder than they are Ole Miss. But like you said, Morgan, because this whole Baylor incident, Ole Miss is kind of, you know, taking a back corner to this, and nobody's even paying attention to it anymore.
And the Baylor incident, from a morality standpoint, is 1,000 times worse. From an athletic standpoint, this is what the NCAA is here for, to govern this kind of stuff at Ole Miss. Not the Baylor situation. The Ole Miss situation is what the NCAA was designed to do. And we haven't heard anything yet, and I'm still waiting. And if I don't get a resolution on this, I am going to up my destroy the NCAA rhetoric to the extreme. I will post on everywhere. I'm going to write handwritten notes. I will spend the rest of my life trying to destroy the NCAA. Because this is hypocritical.
If nothing happens to Ole Miss, if nothing else happens, nothing more besides 11 scholarships in 4 years, you cannot tell me there's not a bias with the NCAA and the SEC.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
You're not wrong. We'll see what happens.
Number one example.
Yeah.
This is what you can point to. Hey, look, what did NCAA do to Ole Miss? Nothing. What did they do to USC and Ohio State?
And
everything that they possibly could in their power.
And I make fun of Ohio State, the fans and the program, for what happened, but it was absolutely ridiculous to punish players for selling their own belongings. And I don't get it.
That just sounds dumb to say it loud.
Yeah, I make fun of you guys for it, but when it happened, I was feeling like, this is stupid. This is stupid.
It was dumb.
You are listening to 2Blue and OSU.
So we're going to move on now to the Baylor Bear incident. And Art Briles has been fired. The AD has now been fired. He was originally on probation. But the president of the university is still in a chancellor role.
No, he just stepped down from that too.
Oh, did he step down? Good.
Yeah. He said, he stepped down from that, and I guess he just wants to teach in the the lawyer department.
Oh,
is where he works.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, he's going to teach law, which is still absolutely ridiculous to me. If you don't know, a little background on this. Yeah, right. A little background on this. There were sexual assault incidences in the football program with players that were covered up by the athletic department, by the coaching staff. A law firm out of Philadelphia was brought in to investigate, and the Pepper Hamilton report came out, and that is available online. Go ahead and check it out. Read up on it if you want. One of the most egregious things, I just want to point this one out real quick, actions by university administrators directly discouraged some complaints from reporting or participating in student conduct process, and in one instance, constituted retaliation against the complainant for reporting sexual assault. So they're talking about...
You took the one thing that I had to contribute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was I read the report that's available to us now, the actual report, the full report is going to be out soon. And I read everything, and that one stood out to me the most. That was just being, holy shit, you threatened somebody coming forward about sexual assault.
That's ridiculous. I mean, this whole situation is, the school failed to, like you said, report numerous cases, committed by the football players, and some players have already been convicted. Defensive end Tavon Elliott was sentenced to 20 years for 2 counts of sexual assault. Another defensive end was convicted last year, and Oakman he's still under investigation, or he's currently under investigation right now. And who knows how many other players were involved, during this whole situation.
And a lot of those players were transfer students who had issues at other universities. I know one was from Boise State. Oakman was a Penn State transfer, and the writing was on the wall, but Art Briles needed to win, and he needed to boost his defense, and guys like Oakman are outstanding defensive players, and he kind of looked the other way in order to win, and he got what he deserved. He got canned.
Something that was weird to me. I don't know if it stands out to you, but all the players, when I read that report that you were talking about, Zach, all the players that they talked about were all defensive ends. There was not a single offensive player on that list. They were all defensive ends, which, does that narrow it down to maybe just a defensive coordinator, or, that was, responsible, maybe not responsible for all this, but kind of harboring this whole situation?
No, overall, it's obviously the head coach, and the head coach brings these guys in, and he wanted to win, and they needed to boost their defense because he's. So I listened to Art Briles. He was at the Michigan coaching clinic, and he's an offensive genius. If you just spend 5 minutes listening to him, he's an offensive genius. There's no secret as to why he's a good coach, a winning coach. His offense is amazing, but he's not very defensively smart. So he needed better players, and he brought these guys in who had character issues, who no one else wanted to win. Simple as that.
So where do you see him going from here?
He's going to have to go to a coordinator role or go down to the FCS. He won't get a Division I head coaching job right off the bat. It's too technical.
There is different things you can look at in this. I want to start with the coaching. A lot of these players were on the defensive end, or on the defensive side. So what does Baylor do? Hey, let's try and promote a defense coordinator to head coach.
Yeah, he's the head coach. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not a good look. Let's go ahead and get someone else. What? You guys freaking idiots! Come on now. And then
everything Baylor did here was bad.
Oh, every move that they made was just they just dug the hole deeper and deeper.
Well, they brought the law firm in to do this investigation on their own.
Yeah.
It's not like the NCAA brought them in. Baylor brought Pepper Hamilton in to conduct this investigation, and now they're just uncovering just a whole mess of things.
Yeah, I don't think the university really knew what they were calling in.
I don't think so either. I wonder what their mindset was behind, wanting this investigation to even take place. What they expected to find, or what did they not expect to find? Maybe they were just doing a formality, and I mean, who knows?
So let me ask you guys this question: should the NCAA do anything with Baylor? Morgan, I'll start with you.
Should they? Yeah. Absolutely. This is garbage. You have your president and chancellor and the head coach of the team, amongst other coaches, pretty much turning the other way. You got females at the university say, "Hey, this happened to me to one of your players. I don't know who else to go to." And you turn the other cheek, all because you want to win. So now this comes down to what's more important: the integrity of your coaches and president, or winning. So what's more important?
Ryan, what do you think? Should the NCAA get involved?
They should. I don't know what their limits would be, because this isn't. I mean, as far as the athletic portion goes, absolutely. The coach has already been fired. If maybe a ban from bowl games But as far as the president and chancellor, I mean, I don't really know what their limitations would be and what they can do as far as those people and their positions. Who's overall responsible for those guys, to put them in that position and to take them out of that position? That's kind of where it gets a little like you're not really sure what should happen.
I'm going to get on my little soapbox real quick. The NCAA should have nothing to do with anything on this, because the NCAA is not a governing organization for criminal activities. These are criminal cases. This is Title IX. It falls under the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. This is not in the NCAA bylaws anywhere.
So the state government should be involved.
Yes, and the NCAA should have. There should be no bowl bans, no scholarship limitations. This isn't a football or an athletic incident. This is a criminal incident. The same thing. I didn't believe they should have stepped into Penn State, and they hammered them, and they should not have even been involved. It is a criminal thing. There's nowhere in the NCAA bylaws on these things.
I mean, it makes sense.
So you are cool with, as long as the people who do about it get punished, and eventually the players get punished, the NCAA should just stay out of it.
Absolutely. The president, the AD, the entire coaching staff should be fired. The fact that only Art Briles has been is disgusting to me. Until the entire coaching staff should be gone. Everybody.
Okay, but what if they don't? What if they don't? Should the NCAA step in then?
You can't fire coaches. The NCAA can't fire coaches.
That has to be done through the school.
Yeah, they don't have that right either.
Yeah, they can't fire them, but if they come and say, hey, something has to be done or else we're going to punish you.
They shouldn't even do it. No. Because
you're right.
They didn't violate any NCAA bylaws. None. Zero. They violated criminal law.
I mean, numerous players have already been punished or in the process of being, serving time and stuff right now. They've been convicted. Like I said, Oakman is still under investigation. But, yeah, the state government needs to get involved and look at this. Look at Baylor from the top down. Every single person from the top down, chancellor, president, everybody in the coaching staff, and just clean house.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt, the clean house should have definitely happened, and it's already having an effect on recruiting. You already have 7 players from this year's class who are trying to transfer, all 4 or 5 stars trying to transfer.
Committing.
For next year's class, they had 6 commits going into this. 5 have already decommitted.
Yep.
So it's already having the effect the NCAA would have wanted anyways. So they just need to. The NCAA does not need to overstep their boundaries. They're there to govern the fairness of play, not criminal cases, which this was.
I can see where you're coming from. I do agree in a way. As long as something happens to those players, to those coaches who turn the other way, something has to be done. This isn't coaches helping or coaches giving money to players for their moms to pay rent. This is rape allegations. This is something serious. To where winning was more important than the integrity of the football team.
And not only allegations, but they were not only were they allegations of it, but actively discouraging females to report what was going on and encouraging retaliation.
Yeah.
We get training on this how many times a year? So
3.
At least
it's quarterly training for us.
Yeah, so 4 times a year minimum, and I don't know. There's no place for this anywhere. Not in football, not anywhere. There's no place for it. They need to be handled with accordingly, and they all should be served in some type of time.
Yeah, yes. Those who commit that, yes, and the ones covered up should be as well. Yes.
They're just as guilty because they knew about it.
Did you guys see that interview that Ken Starr did recently?
Oh yeah, that was terrible. We're getting coached.
Where the interviewer asked if he seen the email that was sent to him, and in the subject line said, I was raped at Baylor. And his first response was, I honestly may have. I am not denying that I saw it. But then the chick that was with him, who was trying to help him, kind of guide him through it, kind of pull him aside, then they came back and was like, okay, we need to ask the question a second time because that didn't come out right. So then they asked him a second time, and he denied it. He said, I have no recollection of seeing such an email. You just freaking admitted to seeing it, but then they're going to turn around and say you didn't see it? Get the hell out of here, man.
Everything
That's such garbage.
that everybody from Baylor has done since this came out has been bad, and they all need to go. That you just need a clean house at Baylor University right now.
Absolutely.
And the governor should be stepping in and telling you the truth and being like, hey, let's get this done. All right?
I mean, this is not only going to affect the football program, but it's going to affect enrollment across the campus.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, this is huge.
And before we move on, I'm going to say this again. I said it on a different episode. This isn't an athletic incident. This isn't an athletic issue. This is a countrywide issue at every university with regular students, not just athletes. This is something we need to get a hold of quickly and teach our young men and our young women to be more responsible when they're out, but our young men not to just treat women in this manner. And this is a nationwide issue at every university, and it's something we need to get a hold of pretty quickly because it's getting bad.
It's definitely getting way out of control.
But it's sad when, if these allegations are true. I mean, think about the women that were involved. Like people tell them to reach out. Don't just hide it, but reach out. And they reach out, and what happens to them? They get shooed away.
I wouldn't be surprised if they receive some kind of restitution and lawsuits filed against the university after this report comes out. We'll go ahead and move on now to our studs and duds of the week. We'll start off with you, Morgan, since you're stud.
My stud of the week, and I know you're going to make fun of me for it, is Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. And I know you were like, what? That's dumb. Your stud's a guy who passed away. Yeah, he is my stud of the week. And when I first heard about it, I was about to go to bed, and then I had ESPN on, and it was breaking news. And I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning just watching videos and watching Joe Shad's piece on him because I didn't know a whole lot about him. So just seeing the type of man that he was a hated man, but he was somebody who loved being around people, who tried to bring change. There was the whole thing about him not going to the draft to go in the Army. That's your opinion on how you feel about him. But his legacy as a boxer, as a human being, is top 3 all time. So my stud of the week is Muhammad Ali. Rest in peace.
Who you got for your dud of the week?
My dud of the week is Jurgen Klinsmann for that ridiculous freaking lineup that he threw out there with Bobby Wood in the starting lineup. You have 2 young guys on the bench. Put Nagbe and Pulisic in that starting lineup. Let the young guns go. You had to figure something out with Michael Briley because he had horrible passes. He's been having horrible passes, horrible touches in his game. Bobby Wood had horrible touches. That was a piss poor game by the Americans. Changes need to happen to that starting lineup. Jurgen Klinsmann needs to put in his young guys. Put him in starting Tuesday.
I thought it was funny. He went big to give us an advantage over Colombia on set pieces. And in the 8-minute mark, Colombia scores a set piece.
Yeah, because one of our biggest men loses his man.
Yeah, it was his whole coaching tactics went to shit right off the bat. It was great. Who you got for your stud and duds of the week there, Ryan?
My stud of the week is Jonas Donskoy of the San Jose Sharks. 24-year-old rookie, scored his first goal in the Stanley Cup Finals, giving San Jose the biggest goal in franchise history, giving them their first ever Stanley Cup Finals victory. First time they've ever won. That's big. That's a big thing for a 24-year-old right there. My dud of the week is LeBron James. 1 assist away from a triple-double, and you still get destroyed by 20 points. Around 20 points. I don't remember the final score offhand.
15.
In game 1 against Golden State.
That is dumb. That is dumb how LeBron James. If he had Cleveland, that's one thing. If he had Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, that's one thing. But LeBron James as your dud of the week when he came once to shy of a triple-double. He's doing what he can to help the team. He can't help it that nobody else can make easy layups.
He's one assist away
Irving.
from a triple-double, and they weren't even close to winning the game.
That's not his fault.
That was the
Let me-
game.
that's not
That
his
was
fault.
their game to win. Curry shot horribly.
Let me ask you this, Morgan. If the game is on the line, would Michael Jordan give the ball as much as LeBron did? Would Kobe Bryant get the ball as much as LeBron did? Or would they
Kobe Bryant would.
Or would they take over the game to bring their team back? He's almost too unselfish.
There are times I'm like LeBron James. You need to just get the ball and take over the game. But that's not the type of player who he is. He likes to get the team involved. You have two other great players playing with you. He wants to get everyone that's involved, and sometimes he overdoes it. But the man had a triple-double. What more do you want from him?
No, he didn't. He was one assist shy.
Well, okay, he was one assist shy from triple-double. I mean, come on.
When the game's on the line, and he wants to be the best player in the game, he needs to take over the game and win. I mean, this is what, 6th straight NBA final that he's been to, and last year they weren't any better than they're doing right now.
All right, so
It's going to be a sweep.
Sweep.
No, it's not. Shut
Sweep.
up. You guys are stupid.
Get your brooms out, Cleveland, and sweep up the stadium and shut it down for the season.
Sweep.
Zach, who's your stud and dud?
Cristiano Ronaldo for my stud for his game-winning PK in the shootout of the Champions League final to win his 3rd Champions League for the greatest of all time. Cristiano Ronaldo sealing it for real.
Maybe freaking throw up.
You know what I really liked about the UCL final? Was they had a Lay's commercial of Messi sitting on the couch watching. It was great. They really did. It was so awesome. My dud of the week goes to your boy, Colin Cowherd, the ESPN reject who had to run and hide. Was he on Fox?
Yeah, he's on Fox Sports now.
The ESPN reject Colin Cowherd called out Steph Curry, making fun of the unanimous MVP, talking about when his shot doesn't go down, there's not much else he can do. At this point, when he made these comments, OKC was up 3-1 in the series, and everyone was calling him dead. Oh, then we go on to win the next 3, where he averaged 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists in those final 3. That's unanimous MVP. All he can do is shoot, right? He almost averaged a triple-double in those last 3 games. All he can do is shoot. Colin Cowherd, you are my dud of the week. I don't know why you like him. He is an idiot.
The man is a pure genius.
The man is an idiot. There's a reason why he's not on ESPN anymore. It's because he sucks.
Or maybe because he got twice as much money to go to Fox Sports, and he got fired from ESPN for his comment.
And he can get twice as much money. He has half the listeners now. So, good investment. Fox.
I do have to agree. Hey, he just worried about making his money. As long as he gets his money, and he's on a new show with Jason Whitlock now. So now
I never liked his
him and
show,
Whitlock
man.
have a little show.
He would just sit there and stare at the TV, and then say something for 5 minutes, and then make a comment, and then he'd stare again with that idiot face.
A lot of dead air time when you listen to him.
That's how he made it to the full hour or 2 hours of his show, just staring off into space for most of it.
And talk about politics.
Hey, let's go ahead and go stat real quick, or trivia question real quick.
All right, my one trivia for you guys. This is from the season of 2010 NFL football. Which receiver caught the most passes during the 2010 NFL season? A. Andre Johnson, B. Brandon Marshall, C. Wes Welker, or D. Roddy White?
Wes Welker.
This is 2010.
Wes Welker.
You guys both pick Wes Welker?
Yeah.
Whoa. It was Roddy White.
Was it really?
He would have been my second guess.
He wouldn't have even been my top 4.
Yep. He had 115 passes
Catches?
that he caught. Yeah,
Catches.
caught 115.
He doesn't usually throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He doesn't really catch much anymore either, but
No,
that's,
I'm pretty sure he's retired now.
that's what I said. It was 2010. Everyone else had 86. He had 115.
So that's our show for this week. We are doing one shorter show per week now. Let us know what you think. Give us some feedback on the Facebook page. Ryan, Morgan, thank you guys for joining me. Talking some sports, even though Morgan's an idiot.
Fun as always. Fun as always with you two dipshits.
It's always a good time talking about Morgan and how much of an idiot he is.
Terrible Buckeye.
You guys love talking about me.
Do you have that on the back of his shirt? Terrible Buckeye?
Oh, we should have put that on the back of his shirt.
Oh, I so wouldn't have wore it. Wouldn't have wore it.
Opportunity wasted. Go ahead and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And check out our American Gooner podcast, our soccer podcast. We're talking Copa America. We're talking Team USA. If you can get behind Team USA, go ahead and listen in every week in that one, too. Follow them on Facebook and Twitter. You all have a great week.
You have been listening to 2Blue and OSU. Check them out every Monday.